Hi and welcome, and thank you so much for spending the time here in this meeting. Usually, ID meetings for many people are not fun. It's about changes, and this is one of those. And I'll do my best to make it as short as possible. The intention for this meeting is not full training. Every team, when they get migrated, they're going to have one-to-ones. They're going to have internal meeting with our IT team. We're going to go over every detail. This presentation is just get an idea. It's like a first demo of the car you're trying to purchase. You want to see how it's feeling, how it feels for you. So if you see something, again, I might be a little bit quick. If you see something, you have question, we're gonna leave a few minute Q&A at the end, but it's not gonna be end of it. You always can pick up the phone, talk to me. We're gonna have one-to-one sessions, even as soon as after this meeting, if there are big concerns that you wanted to go over. Again, this is just for getting a feel of this platform. With that said, I'm going to go over the basics. Some of you were at Entech when we migrated from the local server to the Google Drive. So this is basically the same thing, but I'm going to explain it again. On Google platform that most of you today work with through the Windows, it's a drive. We call it G drive. Like every Windows drive has a drive letter. It's a G drive we get in, and we have two main folders under it. It's My Drive and Shared Drives, and that's how you start browsing the Google Drive on your Windows. On Egnyte, we decided the new drive for that platform is going to be a drive. We call it E drive or drive letter E. And for this particular migration, for the marketing team, some of you in this meeting are already part of the marketing team. Some of you on other teams working with the marketing team, you're already aware marketing had bunch of shared drives on Google. Let's say one of the famous ones was marketing proposals. Those shared drives are going to get restructured. So Alex or someone from the marketing team today is going to explain how those changes is going to show up. But basically, at this stage, which is Monday, when you come to work, you're going to have both the G drive and E drive. The E drive, when you get in it, you're just going to use it for your marketing purpose. If you're a marketing team, that's your home drive. But if you're other team members, whenever you want to work with a proposal or document or something, you, instead of going to the G drive, you go to the E drive. The marketing staff, they're all still gonna have the access to the Google Drives as read-only. Friday afternoon means tomorrow. And after that, you still see them. It's read only. We leave it for the marketing staff in case during the migration on, let's say, Monday, marketing staff feels some file is missing or something. They still be going to be able to see the Google Drive, compare if something missing, they can reach us and we'll handle it for them. For the rest of the non-marketing staff, those drives are going to get basically eliminated to reduce the confusion. So if you forget Monday, you go to the G Drive, shared drive marketing proposal is not going to be there. And that's one thing I wanted to go over with you. Make sure you are aware of it and comfortable with it. Now I'm gonna go over. I already sent an email to many people. Got that. There is gonna be basically um, um, a process that you're gonna get the e-drive. Shamor, Tina, Jenna, they've been working on pushing this desktop connector on your computers to enable the e-drive. Some of you or many of you, you already have that. If you check your My Computer, you're gonna see that e-drive. Basically, if I'm gonna show you here, if you go to this PC on your Windows, you're gonna have C drive, you're going to have the G drive, which is Google, and now you have this E drive, which is also has the name Entech on it. So if not, you don't see that, you don't have it. We're going to make sure today and tomorrow till Monday, you're going to all have this E drive up and running. And for a quick test, if you want to see if you have that app, the Egnyte app installed on your computer, basically, if you go to the bottom right section of your Windows screen, you click on that arrow, there is going to be a bunch of icons, right? There are icons for different apps you're using. Ignite is this green Y icon here. If that is showing up there, but it's still you don't have the E drive, it still is good. Means that the app is get installed remotely on your machine, and it's just a basic configuration to make that E drive available. Later on for troubleshooting, if you don't have the E drive is not showing up there, this is a first quick test. Do I have the icon there or no? If it's not there, so there is something going on. If it's there, might be something else, but it's a quick beginning of the troubleshooting why you don't have those drives. If you double click on that icon in your taskbar, doesn't matter if you're connected or not connected, you're gonna get a window like this. It it's bland and empty now, but this window is going to be a lot of use to it later. But at this point, on the bottom left section of this screen, there is an initial of your names. If you're not logged in, you're not going to see that. Basically, you just get pushed to the login screen. If your name is there, it means is you're logged in. And if you click on that and click on I'm sorry, if you click on the icon for the settings, you're gonna get this window and it shows oh you have some configuration or setting connected to the server for Entech. If it says connected, you should definitely have the E drive. If it says disconnected, something is going on. Again, you don't have to remember or learn these things. It's just an idea that where you can troubleshoot to see what's going on. Again, even if you don't see it, you call us, we'll take care of it for you. So with that said, you can see if it is connected or no. And if you click on that three dot button in front of it, and there is another option says configure, it gives you this window. It might look a little bit small here, but you can change the label, you can change the drive letter, the basic settings that IT is going to do it for you. But it's just for you to understand how Egnyte works. So Egnyte is a cloud platform. Files are somewhere in the cloud, but this desktop application, you can go and set it up, give your username, password, the drive letter you want it to show up, the name of a drive, and then when it's connected, you get that E drive on your machine. The window initially I showed you, it's going to be very useful later for you. A lot of you today, when you want to go on Google Drive, G Drive, when you want to search on a folder, we basically, if you give me 1 second, I'm going to share my window with you. Give me 1 sec. Mhm. Okay. So a lot of us are used to going, let's say, to the G Drive or E drive, doesn't matter. Let's say I'll go to shared drive and then type here and search for a file or something, which this usually takes so long. A lot of people are used to that tradition of searching through the windows. I know Google Drive has its own web, you can search it quick, but a lot of people are used to go just to the desktop because they want to open the file with their desktop application. This window, you double click, gives you that search instead of going to the Windows Explorer and search on that top bar here. I'm going to go back to that window that I shared with you. Um, 1 sec. When you double click on the Ignite icon, this window pops up and you see it says search for file and folder. If you just click there and start typing whatever you're looking for, it gives you an awesome comprehensive search option, and it's an instant search. It's like the web search. Right away shows all the file that you're searching for the keywords, and when you double click on it, you select them, you can start editing and opening them through your desktop application right there. So that's the basic of how this platform on Windows work. Again, it's very simple and easy. You get your drives, and when you click on the double click on the E drive, when you open it, if you remember on Google Drive, you had My Drive and you had shared drives. On Ignite, you have private, you have shared. the names are very obvious. So basically, private, when you get into it, you see your name and you open it, and whatever you put there, nobody else has access to it except you. This is going to be your desk work or personal work, whatever you're working on. Nobody need to see them for now. And when you go to the shared, basically exactly like shared drives on Google, whatever drives or tab, folders has been shared with you. When you open that shared folder, you're going to be able to see them there. So I'm going to stop sharing and switch back to, give me 1 second. All right, all right. So now I'm going to show you how, if you want to do the web, again, as I said, the desktop are, yeah, 1 sec, yep, here. The the desktop application is a drive. When we set it once for you, it's good to go unless there is a problem. You just browse the files and folders, open, work with them, edit them, save them if you have permission, and that's it. But through the web, if you remember, a lot of you are used to the Google Drive interface. I'm going to open it for you just as a reminder. I know you do it daily. This is your Google Drive web interface. You have the My Drive, you have the shared drives, and all the shared drives that you work with. And it's a common, simple, interesting interface that Google offers you. For Egnyte, later on, we are going to have a dedicated domain that you can type that in, and it's called fileserver.ntech.nyc. It's going to be our domain, but at this point, it's going to be just ntechserver.egnyte.com. We're going to share that link with you. We're going to put it in emails, in Happio, everywhere. You're going to get that. Don't worry about losing that link. It's going to be everywhere. But it's simple. Egnyte.com is the company we are using this platform. And we just put Entech server dot in front, and that's what we get to this homepage. If you put the correct URL, you should see the Entech logo there. Put in my username, and then it's going to push me to the Jump Cloud. If I'm already logged into Jump Cloud, it's just going to log me in. If I'm not already logged into Jump Cloud, you are already familiar how the Jump Cloud login works. It's going to let you in. Just remember that when the system is fully implemented, if you are using a non-company computer, if you are using for any reason the computer is tampered with, have security issues, you're in a location you're not supposed to be, especially foreign, out of US border, Egnyte is not going to let you in. So if when you get to that section and it's going to stop you there, we definitely reach IT and we're going to help you figure out how to log in. So this is a homepage interface where Egnyte, to my opinion, is even it's simpler than Google. So it automatically loads up the file section for me. And under the file section again, I have my name. This is my private folder that I can put the files in. And I have the shared, which all the shared drives that I have access to. So I may have too many folders. We are doing test migration and some projects from the past. That's you may find a lot of drives here. But for you, for this section of the work, Monday, basically, most of you, when you log in, you go to the E drive, you click on the shared, or you come to the web. The only thing you're going to see is the marketing. So whatever shared drive marketing in the past had, all those drives, they're all restructured and combined into one top level marketing drive. And basically, as you see later on, you're going to get the explanation how it works. But these are the top level folders. You're not allowed to put any folder you want on this under this. This is were created and managed by the marketing, and basically you, depending on what you're doing, what your roles you have, you may have access to different folders or subfolders and structures, and you'll be able to edit those files and folder as you're planning to. So on the web section, if you give me 1 second, I wanted to go over something quickly with you that I forgot. All right. On the web section, I wanted just to show how you open the files. In Google Drive, if you remember, if it was a Google Doc or it was a Word, you double click on it and it will give you some preview or editing tools. Let's say like Google Doc, Google Sheet. On Egnyte, we have an interesting combination. I'm going to go to this folder administration test. As you see, there's a bunch of documents and files and folders. If I go and click create here, I have access to all those fun Google native file format. If I click on Google Doc, I'm going to name it document one, and I click save, and it's going to push me to a Google Doc window. And not only I can edit it, whoever else has access to that folder, they'll be able to open the same doc, and we can start editing the file together. So we are not going to lose the benefits of how Google Doc and Sheet and Slide works. They are there the way it was working before. There is only one caveat to it. When we migrate Google Docs or Google Sheet or Google Slide from the Google Drives we currently have out of it, this is the Google protocol. Google convert the files into Microsoft format and deliver it. For example, these files you see here, they were all Google Docs on the Google side. When we moved them over, they became Microsoft Word, but it's not a big deal. For some people, for some scenarios, it could be a big deal. We're going to work with you as we're going to do this migration. But for a lot of people, you're going to get the same format, comments, whatever. Most of the feature you had during the Google Docs, you still have on these Microsoft versions. If I click on these files, as you see, it has a very nice viewer. It can open the file for me, and I don't know if it was a good document to open. Let me go for another one. This is better. Okay, so this is a Google Doc. I can see it here, view it if I need to print or whatever. On the right side, it's a nice feature that we didn't have it this way in Google. It gives us this AI feature. It says ask. So it gives you two basic options: extract key skills. So it understands what this document is, and it offer you, hey, you want to extract the key skills here? You want to generate the summary of this document? Also, based on the content here, it gives you some prompts. Instead of you type and ask, it say, hey, you want, for example, where was Antec Engineering founded? Or what are the primary responsibilities of the president? So whatever is in this document, it gives you suggested prompts, and you can use those for reading, let's say a long or big document. Let's say you have an RFP or any other documentation, you have it there. You have the commenting feature like the Google had before, not a big deal on it. On the detail, you can get some information about this file, last updated, edited, the location, and so on. But now for editing this, on my computer, it doesn't show up, but when you're going to use it, you're going to have two options there. One is open an Egnyte desktop app. When I click on it, that's the nice feature that Google didn't have it. It, instead of going, we used to go to the local drive, let's say G drive, and double click on a file to open and edit with Word. Here, when I click on open an Egnyte desktop app or web edit app, you may have a different option there. It is gonna open this file into your desktop Microsoft Word. So through the web, it'll push the file into your Microsoft Word, and you'll be able to open and edit. That's one option. The second option you're gonna have is basically it gives you an option to edit it in the Google Doc. So you don't have to use the files that was migrated into Word, but also even if it is this is the Word, let's say this file is a Microsoft Word, you have an option to click on it and say edit in Google Doc, and it's going to give push you to the Google Doc, open the document. You're going to be able to start editing the file and also co-edit with the other users. So if it is the document you're working, it's a sheet or Microsoft Word or slide, you have the option. to keep editing it with Google, or you push it to the desktop apps. But if you have any other files or document, I don't know, PDF or InDesign, so on, those are definitely going to open in the desktop and you're going to be able to work with them. So when you click on any document in the list, on the desktop, it's Windows. It just gives you rename, property, delete, copy, and so on. On the web, there is plenty of option here, like the Google we had. You have a preview feature that I already clicked on it, and if you want to share the document, we're going to go over sharing process in detail in later training. You want to comment, workflows is going to be something later on we're going to work. This platform has a signature built in. If you prepare this document and you need to Sue or George or Russell to e-sign it for you, whoever you need to capture the signature. Before, we used to do a lot of different things on Adobe, DocuSign, but here you can send for signature, and then, or if you have already, if we have created template for signature and we create that template, that get emails out to that person to sign, and you gain the signed document right here. We have the version and history. That's one of the common things that you used to work with on the Google. It's the same thing here. You are going to be able to see all the edited version, who did them, on what date, and all the details. If you want to restore that version, if you want to just download a copy of it, if you want to delete the version, you have all those details over there. And also, when you click on detail, it's going to open the same preview. You're going to be able to see the changes the way Google used to show it to you. So I'm going to go back here. That's the web editing and collaboration. Just one quick more hint here. On Google, the only way we could edit a file together, that's one of the feature, a lot of it, marketing especially, when you're creating a proposal, a document, you used to create a Google Doc and you edit it while somebody else and somebody else all work on the same file together, which is a nice feature, that collaboration or co-edit feature. Same thing is in Egnyte, but you have two options. Do you want to edit the file through the Google Doc, or you want to edit it through the Microsoft Word? If you select, for example, if I'm the first person opening this document, if I selected, hey, I want to open this file through the Microsoft Word, the next person come to the same location while I have the file open and wants to edit it in the Google Doc, it's not going to let me do it. It's going to give you the error message and say, hey, somewhere else this file is open with some other apps. So if you are a team working together, you may come up with the protocol. If moving on, you want to edit all of you together on the Microsoft Word. So now we have that feature. A lot of people like the Microsoft because of the interface and features, but they didn't have the co-edit feature. On Microsoft Word, we are used to just edit the file, save it, send it to somebody else edit and comment and return it back. Now on your Microsoft Word, at the same time, several people can work on the same document. You're going to be able to see the changes other user contribute to it, like the way Google Doc for you. So the only thing is you cannot mix and match. Vida cannot open this file in Google Doc while I have it open in Word. So we
What
both
about
can go to Google Doc. Sorry?
what about PowerPoint?
PowerPoint, the same thing. Those are considered, if you are on PowerPoint, you both stay on PowerPoint, or if you go on the Google slide, you stay on Google slide.
Thank you.
No problem. Um,
I have a
uh,
question. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Would this apply to the same documents that would be turned into Word documents from the Google Drive?
That's correct. So Google Docs, as I said, you can create native. You see this, I have created this document, which is a Google Doc right here in front of you. So you can start new native Google Docs in Egnyte platform. That's possible. But the files got migrated through the initial migration. They all get converted to Word. But again, for you, doesn't matter. Again, on my interface is different. Your interface, when you hover your cursor here, you get an option to edit the file in Google Doc, or in Microsoft Word. And you can choose either one. Even if this is a Microsoft Word, you can take it to Google Doc and start editing it, and other people can work with you on it. So it's not going to affect anything there.
Thank you.
No problem. And again, on the PDF, for example, PDF is a big document you use a lot. So the PDF, again, the nice thing about it is if you have large PDFs, let me find a better, like bigger PDFs. I had something, not here. Company manual. Opportunity now. Everything is Word now. Okay, this might be a good one. And actually, this is also another nice example we are going to work with. This is a scanned document. So, although as you see, these are scanned, but it's selectable. As you open it, Egnyte does an OCR, and as you notice right away, now like a second ago, it generates suggested the prompts to me. So even if you have a scanned document, which is just basically it's pictures, this system has a built-in OCR to its base capabilities, tries to read everything, and I don't know, it's a 111 page document. If I click generate here, it's it just spit out a summary for me. Again, my screen might be a little bit different here, but basically, uh, oh, let me click on it. Yep. It generates the prompt for the summary, and then it's gonna spit out whatever output the system has. And you can keep asking question, whatever question you have. This is gonna be one of the interesting part. Again, this document not only is too many pages, but also is OCR. So sometimes OCR output is it may not be perfect. So don't think this is the ultimate perfect AI can understand everything. If the input may not be good, or these scanned files are not good quality, maybe the output will not be what you expected from. But as you see, it generated a nice summary of this 111 page into few paragraphs for you right there. So
So sorry, quick question. Is this feature only available on the web app, or I can't see it on the desktop app?
no, on the desktop, basically, desktop is being governed by Microsoft, right? So, and Microsoft now having its own agenda for AI, they have this own co-pilot platform for Windows. So, no, these features are not on the Windows. When you go to the E drive or G drive, and actually a lot of people, they just need that. Basically, you just want to access the file you need to access, and you want to do something with it, edit it, email it, or just upload a file. There's something that you were supposed to give it to somebody, just give it there, put it there, copy it there, someone else pick it up. Additional features like this AI feature, workflows, that at this point I'm not going to talk about, but later on we're going to work on it a lot. These are all on the web. So this is my prediction that if on the Google we were half on the G, half on the web, when we go to Egnyte, this scale is going to move towards the web a lot. Because first, even if you have a Word document here, you see this option here, co-edit in Microsoft Word. I don't need to go to the E drive and double click on the file. I can just click co-edit here, and it's going to open Microsoft Word on my computer and put this file in it to edit. So even for initiating an open file, you don't need to go to the E drive. You just do it through the web. Or I have the option, again, now it showed up here. As I said, you have the option go Word Desktop, or you go to in Google Docs and you can start editing this file right there in your Google Doc. Uh, at this point, I think I'm gonna wrap it up on this section. Just Shamor, can you just give us a status? How many people at this point have the E drive, or did we have any issues? Is everything all right on that side?
So the eDrive was pushed to everyone, so everyone should now have it. I have been reaching out, and Jenna has been reaching out to kind of configure it, but everyone should have that desktop icon now.
Yeah.
After this meeting, if you're not configured, please reach out to me. I'm going to reach out to you guys individually, but if you guys want to get the ball rolling, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be able to connect and make sure the eDrive is there. But at least for the marketing team, they're fully established. The
Mm.
practice leaders, managers, directors, etc. I do have to reach out to some of you guys, but again, don't hesitate to reach out to me first if I haven't called you or Google checked you.
Yeah, we're working on the tighter schedule now, and we are not sure when you're available to do it
Yeah,
because we may need your attention at
yeah.
the computer for the login. If you just even call now and say, Shamor, I'm available right now, let's do it. It just takes less than 30 seconds to get this up and running. As
Yeah.
Shamor mentioned, the desktop connector app is already installed. They verified that. It's just connecting it to the server and authenticating it with your username password. That's the last step. Again, some of you may already figured it out by yourself. If not, again, less than 30
Hmm.
second and we can get it done for you. So
Yeah, I can.
go.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that I got the message for the Egnyte today, and it was super fast, super easy.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes,
Thank you.
exactly. And also, for some of you attending this meeting might be a little bit hesitant. Oh, we don't know how good it's going to be. What platform can be better than Google? Google is very well known. Just for the reference, on 2011, when we migrated to Google, a portion of our company, which was basically under civil design team, they could not move to the Google because of the constraint that Google had for Autodesk platform. We moved the civil design team to the Egnyte in 2011. They have been on this platform last 4 years. And so far, some of the civil design team might be in this meeting or not, or Shamor can mention that. We did not have almost any complaint. It's slow, it's laggy, the drive is sometimes even on Google we have this issue, people lose their G drive. And the amount of trouble, outage, or problem are very insignificant. But it's not like perfect. But in terms of you gonna be worried about, oh, it's not Google, it's gonna cause issues. We never experienced that so far, like the way even sometimes Google does. So if you give us like few seconds, just hop into the Q&A. Alex, do you want to go over the marketing folder structure?
Yes, I think Slava has a question, and then I can quickly.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
and
Slava.
I apologize. It's slightly kind of self-serving. Could we change the logo from the old configuration to new one on the
Of course. Sure,
Okay, thank you.
definitely. Just after the meeting, if you had time to generate the logo, let's be in touch. I'll give you the pixel size of the logo and we'll create a new one
Excellent,
for
thank
you.
you.
No problem. Alex, you want to screen share on your side
Yes,
or? Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
yes. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Alex Borwick. I'm in the marketing team. As part of this transition to Egnyte, we have restructured our marketing database. And the reason for that is to just to clean up our files, and then also to optimize our formatting for the the AI copilot that Egnyte offers. So we've restructured our marketing folder starting on Monday. This is going to be the new structure on Egnyte that everyone will be working out of. The most important thing is that nothing is being deleted. We're reorganizing things, we're moving things around. Even if you can't, if you're looking for a specific folder or something, and you can't find it, it's not gone. We just will need to move it around. So don't worry about that. Um, in terms of the new structure, I have these documents which I can share with everyone, or maybe Aristu, we can post it on Happio
Sure.
with everything else. But there's two important documents in here. There's one that's a new folder structure, which shows how everything is organized in the new structure. So if you're looking for something, you can always check this document once it loads. And then there's also another document that we created that's called folder mapping, which we'll share with everyone. And so here, this is the new structure. You can see the hierarchy of folders. And then the marketing folder mapping, this is the nice feature we put together. This is going to show you where where important folders were in the old drive and then where they are in the new drive. So you can easily reference this. It'll tell you, what content you're looking for, and then where it was in the old one, and then where you can find it on the new server. So as I said, on Monday we're going to be in Egnyte in this new format. This is the folder mapping. So if you're looking for anything in particular, you can you search here, and we're going to keep updating this with any other folders that anyone routinely works out of. I know the main folders that non-marketing staff work out of is the proposal folders, which are very similar to the structure they're in now. So you go into marketing, proposals, and then there's NTech New Jersey, NTech PC. Within each folder, there are the years. Well, there will be the years just as it looks in the current folder. It's going to be the same flow. It's just rearranged a little bit. If there's other documents that you can't find that were in the marketing drive that you need to find next week, please reach out to me or to Vita. We can either help you find it, or we can find a new home for it if we need it. We have both blocked out a lot of time next week to just be on call to support the team, and during the transition. If you have questions or you can't find something or you're not sure where something is, just reach out to us. We can help you. We'll share these documents, and like I said, it's a nice change. It's a big change, but it'll really help our team and everyone else kind of just optimize Egnyte and use all the features to the best of their ability.
Quick question, Alex.
Yes.
With the Google Drive, you have My Drive. Is that going to be still active, or is that going to migrate as well? So my files, do I look in a Google Drive, or it's in Egnyte as well?
If you let me, I'm gonna answer that, George.
Yes,
Please
please.
do. Thank
So,
you. Sorry.
so there's going to be different phases of the migration. The first phase is going to be the team migration. Let's say marketing had common drives, and then later maybe the finance team, billing team, contract team, and then we're going to get into the projects, right? We have these projects. We're going to get in touch with all the PMs, the drives and the folders we have, and we're going to take all of them and move them over. When we're done with that, the last phase is going to be, as you mentioned, My Drive. Like everybody, every single employee in our company, they have their own My Drive that we are actually actively working on it. We are listing, prioritizing who has a lot of information in their My Drive, who are limited, or maybe we have people that is empty. There's nothing in it. And we're going to tackle those at another, basically a third phase of, let's say, we're going to identify, say, oh, George has significant good amount of data and information in it, and they are being updated. So you're going to get a call and say, hey, George, but this date, your information after this day is not going to show up in your My Drive. It's going to go into the private. So we're going to do those migrations for you. Some of you, even now in the meeting, I mentioned it, you may say, hey, I just have maybe 50 or 100 documents. I can just go now today, go to My Drive on Google and copy them and paste them into the new private folder myself, and I'm good with it. That's one way you can go. But if you have significant amount of data or information, you don't know how to do it, it's big number, then we're going to get in touch with you and take care of it.
No, that's perfect. Thank you so much,
No problem.
Alex.
Alex.
And one more question, if you don't mind, just a follow-up. I do use those drives from my phone. For instance, yesterday I did send a couple files, and Alex helped me out when one of them failed sending through the phone. Is this platform I'll be able to use also from my phone?
But yes, Egnyte has a mobile app too that you'll be able to log in, and you can do the most of the function you do through desktop.
Perfect. So we would just download that on the phone and just use
Yeah.
it as similar to the Google Drive.
That's correct.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Excellent.
No problem.
Alex, I have one quick question here. I know so many people working for you. In case that we have a question, who are your team members that we can go to regarding this?
Yeah. So at this point, this particular phase, Vida and Alex are working on it. Let's say it's a particular file or folder regarding the marketing has an issue. So if you shoot a message to Alex or Vida, they're gonna know it right away because they're dealing with it daily now. But if it's a generic about the Egnyte or whatever concern you have about your team, your folders, your drives, and so on, you just send an email to support. We'll find an available person in our team that can reach you and take care of it for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
One more thing I just wanted to show real quick, kind of a cool feature that Ignite has. So for example, I mentioned that folder mapping document. If you go into that and open with Copilot on Ignite, it will, sorry, still getting used to it. It'll open up the document, and then on the right, as Aristu showed, there's this, this AI thing. You can ask questions about it. So for example, if you're looking for a specific document or folder, you can open this mapping table and you can ask it, where are the new resumes saved? And it'll read this document and it will show you the path to that document in the new drive, which is just a cool feature. So you don't have to, search through this. You can just chat with the Copilot and it'll tell you where everything is.
Alex, can I mention the project ID number or project numbers? Would the AI recognize that?
I don't think in this document we don't have a detailed project ID number. It just have the high level folder levels, let's say proposals or project experience.
Yeah, and
But
this is just the marketing data. This is not the project information. This is marketing data and proposals.
yeah, Mehdi, when we get to, for example, the project information, when we move them up, there's going to be documents like that generated. And definitely with that document, if you click and ask for it, you're going to get your information.
Thanks.
Okay, no more questions?
I have a question, Arisu, and then I think
Sure.
Sam has one. Quick question. This is very premature, but I know with the sharing large documents, is Ignite gonna be the primary platform now moving forward to share with clients, like really big PDFs of proposal work?
Actually, I wanted to share that this was this is one of the benefits we're getting
Yeah,
from the Ignite.
yeah,
In the past, as you know, like most government agencies or companies we work with, they're on Microsoft platform. And also, if we wanted, let's say on Google Drive, we wanted to share a folder with them that they can edit, we couldn't because they should have a Google account to log in, so they'll be able to edit. The only thing we used to do with our external parties was share the folder or file so they can, and it was a very insecure method because we were saying, hey, this link can be opened by anyone. And we will sending that link to the email to that person. So whoever could open that email and get that link, they could open that file and we couldn't do anything about it. And also they couldn't edit the file. They could download the file, edit, and then email it back to us. Ignite even goes one beyond what Microsoft offer. We can add our subs, agency clients. We don't pay for that. As to some extent, we don't pay for that. Let's say we have a sub, right? They're working for us. We create a folder for the project. Not only we put files there, they can see it. Also, they can upload and edit the files in it. So it's not just internal collaboration. Now, externally, whoever we give access, they can go and upload. They get a login from Ignite through us. As I said, to some extent, we don't pay for it. And then they'll be able, through the web, not the desktop, through the web, they'll be able to see the document, edit the document, upload the new document. It's way more attractive than what we have in the past. The second part is the security part of it. On Google, we have documents we shared and we generated this global link, let's say 8 years ago, and that link has been there forever. Whoever did that doesn't remember. IT cannot discover all those documents. It's a significant work. We have to hire one person to sit there to monitor what has been shared. And then we have to run it with people that Do you still want it to keep this link shared or no? It was a burden. On the new platform Egnyte, when you share a document, you specify the expiration date. You say, hey, I want this folder to be shared until next year, 2026, January 15. Also, I wanted this share to be password protected, and you set a password for it. Also, I want to know, get a trigger notification every time that party open or access the file. Let's say you have a very confidential information, you share it with the person for just 1 week, and you don't know if they opened it or not. A lot of times, we are busy, the engineers and other employees at the other companies are busy. We send an email, we think they opened it. They don't. They're busy like us. But as soon as that destination person click on the link that you send and open the file or download it, you're going to get an email and says, hey, Mehdi, the file you share with Alex has been opened now. And even you can see the count, how many times this file has been opened. So it gives you control that if you don't want to figure out later what is shared, what's not, you always give a expiration date, even 6 months. You put 2 year expiration, and then after 2 years, if you still need it, you redo the sharing again. I just wanted to mention that sharing is gonna bring a lot of. Actually, we have one prime project. I don't know the project number. That since 2 years ago, they have been working with Egnyte with our subs, and is already certified, and we are happy with it regarding that.
Aristo, I have one and a half more question. Would I know if somebody had access to my drive, who the person is?
There is no way other people can access your My Drive unless you specifically go pick a file or folder in your My Drive and share it with them. If you do that and you select, I want to get notification, yes, you're going to get notified whoever opened it. But unless you don't share, nobody will be able to see your private files in that folder.
Oh, it's not really private, but
I understand. It's just
company.
regarding you, whatever document that might not be final yet.
Okay, one crazy question. If something goes wrong with my drive here, would IT be able to help and have access and see who, what, where, you know?
If you refer to the My Drive, or you means documents on the Egnyte, it's the same thing as Google. Even on Google Drive was the same thing, that at first you have versioning. If a file is not what it is, you can click on the history and version, see who edited it, and you reach them. The second part is the file and folder is not there. For 30 days, all the files and folders stays in the trash. So you can also do the discovery through the trash in find and restore it. If it is past 30 days and it's not there, then we have other option to go through the secondary backups and recover them for you.
Okay, thank you so much. And you were referring to OCR. What is OCR?
OCR is a technology that can read a picture that has text in it, right? Let's say you go to a store, there is a tag or something on a product. You take a photo of it. You can read it, but that is a photo. For computer, it's not a text message. OCR give you this feature that read the image and photo and identify the text, and you can search the text inside the photo. So if you have a 500-page document from DDC that you just scanned it and it's just a photo, if you put it in Egnyte, now you can search inside it. Also, AI can read it for you and give you answers.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Sam?
So you have two questions. One, do we all have the Microsoft accounts and access to all the tools now with this? Or?
When you say Microsoft account, what do you mean?
Microsoft applications, I mean Word, Excel.
Yes. Every employee in our company default since 2000, I can say 2010 or 12. Everybody get a Microsoft license from us.
Okay. The other, for co-editing the files, the Word docs, do they have to be on Egnyte folders, or it could be anywhere?
No, it's through Egnyte. So
Okay.
when you have the Egnyte and you have Microsoft, let's say you have a Word file, Microsoft Word there. If you click co-edit Microsoft Desktop, and let's say your colleague, let's say me, also want to do that file together with you, I do the same thing. Now we're gonna both, like the Google Doc that you can see what the other party is doing, exactly the same feature enables in your Microsoft Word. You can see the name of the people who are editing this document with you right now in top of the ribbon bar in Microsoft Word. You can also click and see where they are, on what page they are. You can see their cursor or whatever they're typing, and you are going to be able to see. It's not instant as the web, the way we do it, but it's still, it's a lot of people like, as I said, features for formatting in Word. If you really like that now, you can stay in Word while you're collaborating with others.
Okay, perfect. And one last thing, with all the now features with Copilot and Microsoft, do you see any advantage to move to Outlook versus the Gmail for us? I mean, in terms of just the browser.
Mhm. So first, there might be a little bit of a confusion. Egnyte has an AI feature called Copilot. I don't know how they did it. Also, Microsoft has an AI called Copilot. They're not the same. These are not the same platform. They say, oh, since we have Copilot here, it's going to be Copilot there. That's not the case. This is completely separate platform. As far as the other features, basic, you may say, so now we are moving away from Google Drive and going somewhere else. What about the emails? What do you think going from Gmail? Because we still have Google, our calendar, our email, our meeting, everything is still on Google. That's going to be a project by itself. So far, every once in a while, I'll work with the other parties, I'll review the industry, and I'll figure out if there is benefits moving away from Gmail to Microsoft. So I understand all the government agencies on it because they have an unlimited resources. They just write a blank check for Microsoft, they get everything. Private companies, also a lot of them, they are doing that with Microsoft. In terms of the cost and effort, so far I haven't seen any benefit moving to it, but I know features are coming and they are competitive. Google is doing Gemini, Microsoft is doing Copilot. We are watching the market. If things move and shift, even there's gonna be a new email platform even better than Outlook and Microsoft, we're gonna definitely go to Outlook or any other alternative. At this point, we don't have any active project.
All right, thanks.
No problem. Anybody else has? Yeah, Slava?
And Sam, correct me if I'm wrong. Historically, uh, between VDC and marketing, VDC works in Google Slides and marketing prefers PowerPoint. So my guess was that Sam was asking because of that, because Google Slides are pretty limited. So now we probably can move to PowerPoint and do good presentations with VDC team and with our help without any hiccups.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we've been using Google Doc, and like with all the also linking and getting access to other Google Suite applications, like even YouTube videos and so on. But yeah, I'm sure we can, make that transition and see if that's more efficient. We can use the PowerPoint.
Yeah. And again, it doesn't mean you have to, but you have this feature to co-edit in Microsoft platform too. So if you were suffering from the lack of feature in Google, you can move back to Microsoft. If you're fine with your, again, you can generate new Google Docs and sheets and slides on Ignite, and you're gonna be fine. We don't want to apply policy on that level. We wanted the team to be comfortable, and every team make their own policies on that. All right. Any other questions? Awesome. So make sure, definitely make sure you have the e-drives and on your computer. If it's not, send a message. If you don't know, send a message to Shamor, to me. I highly advise just send an email to support at Tech. You're going to get the faster service because we're going to figure out who is available and we reach you right away and get it done. On Monday, it's going to be a little bit hiccups. We don't know. If we knew, we already fixed it. But there might be situations. Please be patient. We are there, all of us, actually, during the weekend. IT team, Alex, some of the marketing stuff. We're going to work on this migration. The migration, as we talk, is happening. It's not done, or it's not going to be later. It was a 10, 12-day process, and the data, as we talk, are being copied. So if anything is not there, I highly advise, please, just for the sake of helping us, document it in an email. Hey, this file such such is not working, or is not there, or something happening. You just put it in an email, send it to support. We're going to review everything and make sure they're done. If no more questions, have an awesome day, and we'll be in touch with you.
Thank you.